Hey man, say man, X-Men stock is going up. Now I ain't gonna front and act like I'm the biggest X-Men fan, but come on, being a Marvel fan and not thinking the X-Men are cool? You got a motherfucker rocking rose-tinted ruby quartz sunglasses, looking fly as hell, being able to shoot optic blast from his eyes, and is a master strategist on top of that? You got a 200-year-old immortal killing machine who's the best at what he does. I don't think I gotta say too much about the Lokester. You got a literal descendant of witches who's a weather goddess and is an Omega level mutant. You got one of the strongest telepaths in the Marvel universe who often has a godly fucking space bird inside of her, making her OP. And that's not even scratching the surface of the dogs that they got on their roster. So basically is what I'm saying is, if it's an X-Men project, I'm in there like swimwear. And lucky for me, the X-Men are once again Marvel's bread and butter. After getting them back from Fox, who've been woefully fumbling them for the most part, and after the MCU tried to push the Inhumans on us, trying to replace the X-Men,
if you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
The X-Men are finally back in the spotlight, now getting Marvel's full attention, and at the perfect time too. With the seemingly course correction over quality over quantity in the MCU, we now have the opportunity to see the X-Men shine brighter than we've ever seen them shine in mainstream media. First, they dropped a banger on our heads with X-Men 97, coming back and re-energizing everyone's love for the mutant team. With the show having heavy anime influences in its amazing animation, with some of its imagery displaying some of the powers, and all the impact frames out the woo-wah, and the fight choreography. The fight choreography in this, man, they're throwing some hands. Not only are the sequences themselves amazingly choreographed, but they make use of the characters' powers so well. Prime example is Cyclops. He's such a dog in this. They make the use of his concussive optic blast look so saucy, from using his ability to zip around the battlefield, positioning himself to better put the beats on his enemies, to him falling from hundreds of feet in the air and using his concussive blast to slow his descent and make a smooth superhero landing. Shit's just too cold, man. I might have to make a whole video on the fights and power usage in this show, cause it's just that good. I'm over here yapping about the fights and animation. I haven't even gotten to the amazing storytelling and character work. This show takes the fast-moving plot lines and the grandiose dialogue that was the norm for these old Marvel shows and puts a nice little modern spin on it, making it fit for today's standards. And it does such a great job at highlighting mutants that just haven't gotten their proper shine in recent live-action adaptations. It puts well-known ones, aka Wolverine, in the background, but they still have him drop worthwhile dialogue when he actually decides to chime in, and he still has impactful action scenes. Wolverine's my dog, but it's cool to see other X-Men get some shine since he's their golden boy. Then on the live action side, we're gearing up to see Deadpool and Wolverine team up with actual bright and colorful costumes, which has been sorely lacking from the Fox X-Men universe. And on top of that, potentially seeing Hugh Jackman's Wolverine actually interact with other Marvel characters, which everyone's been waiting for since he made his debut on the big screen. I don't need to hype up Deadpool and Wolverine anymore. You already know the vibes. And beyond Deadpool and Wolverine, the MCU is gearing up to bring the X-Men into the fold, with them literally today landing a writer for their movie, and now they're on the prowl for a director. And brother, that's not even it. On the comic side, we got Ultimate X-Men, which I've been thoroughly enjoying. I'm just now starting to dive deep into comics, but I was reading a lot more manga before seeking out comic books. And that's exactly why I like Ultimate X-Men so much. It has such a strong manga feel that's been refreshing to see compared to some of the stuff that I've been reading. The paneling and art style by Peach Momoko just makes me feel like I'm reading a Marvel manga, and I love it. The watercolors make me feel like I'm looking at an old Japanese painting. It's so dope. And I love the slight horror elements in the book too. The only horror manga that I've read was Uzumaki by Junji Ito. And Ultimate X-Men is kind of giving me like a kiddie version of that, which sounds like a diss, but trust me, it's not. I don't expect a Marvel comic to scare me out my socks the way Junji Ito had me scared of spirals for a week. But on top of the really great art, it's dealing with a very heavy subject matter, suicide. I'm interested to see how that's explored through this character, because outside of using her card in Marvel Snap to pair with my Sunspot card, I don't know jack shit about Hisako Ichiki, aka Armor. So it's gonna be interesting to learn more about this character as they struggle with something so heavy. I bet it's so great being a major X-Men fan who's had stock and has been invested in this team for a while. Cause I'm not the biggest fan and I'm out here feasting. Or you're probably mad as hell if you don't find any of this stuff good, which I would have to give you a crazy side eye for. Not really though, like what you like. I was originally gonna make a quick video about Ultimate X-Men to help pump out more content on my channel, but it turned into this. I'm just on a crazy X-Men high right now, so drop your favorite X-Men comics in the comments, cause I'm trying to check out some solid X-Men stories. And I'm interested to know your guys' thoughts on the other projects that I've listed. But that's pretty much it. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for future bangers. Twos.